Recite Surah Al-Hamd and think about Surah Ikhlas for the Shuhada, Anbiya, Awliya. One time Surah Al-Hamd and 3 times Surah Ikhlas. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من همزات الشياطين وأعوذ بالله أن يحضرون إنه هو السميع العليم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين سيما بقية الله في الأرضين روحي وأرواح العالمين له الفداء ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي أما بعد فقد قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم إن الحسين بن علي في السماء أكبر منه في الأرض فإنه لمكتوب عن يمين عرش الله مصباح حدى وسفينة نجاة. Recite aloud salawat please. Allahumma. During his caliphate, Imam Ali alayhi salatu wassalam was passing by a desert. And while his caravan was passing by that desert, he stand for a few minutes and talked to his army and said in these words, which are narrated by some of the narrators like this. He said that فَقَالَ قُتِلَ فِيهَا مِئَةَ نَبِيٍّ وَمِئَةَ سِبْتٍ كُلُّهُمْ شُهَدَاء وَمُنَاخُ رِقَابٍ وَمُسَارِعُ أُشَّاقِ الشُّهَدَاء. This place that we are passing by is the place where hundreds of Anbiya and Awliya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be martyred. This is the place for their horses. This is the place and the destination. This part is quite important. Imam alayhi salatu wassalam said that مُسَارِعُ أُشَّاقِ الشُّهَدَاء. This is the destination of those shuhada who are ushaq, who are ashik, who are lovers, who have the hub of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. And then he said, لا يسبقهم من كان قبلهم ولا يلحقهم من بعدهم. None of the martyrs can reach the status of these martyrs of Karbala, and those who will come in the future cannot achieve the status of the shuhada of the Karbala. Why? Because they are ushaq of shuhada. They are among the shuhada who are the lovers of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, who are the lovers of Hussain ibn Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wassalam. Recite a salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. So we are talking about a place, about a doctrine, about a way of life, which is the way of life of lovers, which is the way of life of ushaq, which is the way of life of those who are the muhib of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it's very important for us in these days and nights which are related to the personalities who are the creator of Karbala, like Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wassalam. One of them is the one who is the protector and the flag bearer of Karbala, which is Abul Fadl Abbas alayhi salatu wassalam. And one of them is the preacher, Muballigh, Mufassir of Karbala, which is Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wassalam. We are trying to celebrate the personalities of Imam Hussain, Hazrat Abul Fadl Abbas, and Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wassalam, who are the creator, who are the protector, and who are the preacher of Karbala. So it is our responsibility to understand what is Karbala is all about. What is the doctrine of Karbala? How we can follow the footstep of these shuhada, these people who created Karbala, which is the epicenter of the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is the epicenter of the hubb of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which are called by Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wassalam as ushaq, as the lovers. And this is the part that we have to try to understand. We have to know what is love is all about. What is the true love? What is the strength of love? What are the effects of love in our life? And how we can create the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in our heart. How is it possible that a person can become the lover of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and through this he gained the power to sacrifice his life in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatever he is doing in his life, he just first look that what my beloved wants from me. Once he know that, he is ready to apply the will of his beloved in his life. And it's not tough on him. And this is the most important thing in our life for us to understand. Brothers and sisters and lover of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, understanding, knowledge, basira, insight, all of them are important for us. It is important for us to know, to learn, to have knowledge. But the essence of something that give you life, which makes you work, which push you and force you perform the action, is not knowledge, it is love. Love is the one that push you and force you towards performing the action. If the love is there and is the true love, definitely the action will come out from you. Otherwise, there are a lot of things that I know, that I understand, that this is right, but unfortunately I am not able to perform those things. On the other hand, there are so many things that I know that they are incorrect. I have the knowledge that it is not right to perform these actions, but unfortunately I am performing these. Why? What's wrong with me? The problem with us is this, that our liking and disliking, our love and our hate, our hubb and bughd, tawalli and tabarri is not properly aligned with the one that we claim that we love them. If this is happen in the proper way, definitely we see that it will force us towards performing what is liked by our beloved. If that love is not the true love, then the action is not coming from you. I can give you a simple example for my young kids who are sitting here. See, when there is a car that is there in front of you, you have a car, you have a like a good model car is there in front of you. The headlight that are there is like a knowledge. The headlight will show you that where is the way, where you have to turn, where the cars are there. It shows you the path, but it will not move the car. The thing that moves the car is the fuel that moves it. Knowledge is like light. It shows you the path, that what is right and what is wrong, what you should do and what you should not be doing. Do's and don'ts is mentioned by ilm, knowledge, basira. That is important, I know. It is necessary. But the thing that moves you, the fuel that moves you is love. Halid deenu illa al-hubb. The deen, the religion is nothing but the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The love of those who are the beloved of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which are Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. And this is very important for us. That's why Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam and Quran also has focused so much on this love. And if we have to correct our compass of love and hate, if it is correct properly, then you will see that so many actions which are liked by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants the abd and the servant to perform, it will become easy for us to perform all these things. But on the other hand, if we didn't align our love and hate, in that case the life become too difficult for us. And in today's world that we are living in, they are trying to change our compass of love and hate. They are trying to attract towards things which we should not perform just on the basis of this attraction and the love that they are trying to create in our heart. And as I mentioned to you that we have to understand the importance of this thing. And when you look the munajat and the du'as of Ahl Bayt alayhi salam, specifically our beloved Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wassalam, we will see that this part is again and again and again mentioned by Ahl Bayt alayhi salam, especially Imam Sajjad, to make us understand that you have to correct your love and hate properly. And once you have the sweetness of the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then it will be easier for you to act according to the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But if this love, this root cause is not there, then in that case, it is not easy for us to perform that. When you look at the Munajat al-Sha'baniyah, when you look at the Munajat of Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wassalam, when you look at Dua Arafah of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wassalam, look how a lover is talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to his beloved. He say, Man wajada madha faqad. The one who have find you, what else he lost? Everything is there with him. It is the way of thinking of a lover. When a person become and have a love of somebody in this materialistic world, he achieved that beloved, he think that he achieved everything in this world. Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam is telling us that in this world, in this physical realm that you are living in, you are starting to fall in love with materialistic thing, but I invite you towards something that is the source of all the beauties in this world. In the du'as of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, we have seen that Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam in Munajat al-Muhibbin, he say like this, Ilahi man dhal ladhi dhaka halawata muhabbatik farama minka badala. Ilahi, oh my Lord, how is it possible that the person who have tasted the sweetness of your love, he now inclined towards somebody else? He tried to find something else? No, it is not possible. Once you have the sweetness of the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are not looking for anyone else. You are not trying to find anyone else. And that's what was the essence of Karbala. That was the true message of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. That was mentioned by Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam in his munajat. Munajat means that you are whispering with your beloved. You are just talking to him. You are whispering in the ears of someone who you love. You do not want anyone else to listen to that conversation that is going on between the lover and the beloved. Brothers and sisters, in this life that we are living in, it is very important for us to understand that this false love that this world is trying to attract us towards it, we have to find out that why is it so that I fall in love with something. This is the criteria that is there. When you see any perfection, when you see any kamal, when you see any virtue in something, you get attracted towards it because it is the innate nature of the human being. It is the fitrah of the human being. When you see a beauty, when you see a perfection, when you see a kamal, when you see something good in something, then you get attracted towards it. But we have to find out that what is the source of this beauty? Who has given this beauty to this thing that is there in front of us? That seems to us as a beautiful thing. We have to find out what is the source of that beauty. And when we look at the source of the beauty, we find nothing but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahumma inni as'aluka bijamalika biajmalihi. We are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are begging to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala towards the beauty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the most beautiful of the beauty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then we say to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that all your beauties are the most beautiful. There is nothing else. Then you look at the creations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will see that all the perfection that are there, it is coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the main source. And as I mentioned to you that ilm is important, knowledge is important, understanding is important, but the thing which force you and push you towards the action is the ishq and the love. You know that all of us have seen that when we are sleeping at night, suppose that if you, those people who have young children, they know that. Like for example, you are sleeping at night and your young baby start crying. The mother and the father, both of them knows that the baby is crying. But if I ask you, who will wake up from the bed, who will comes out from the blanket and run towards the baby? Father or mother? What do you think? Father. Right? These days, yeah, father, I think so. Because we are living in Canada, so maybe you can say that. But in like the love that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has granted to the mother and the emotions that are there, the attachment that is there between mother and the baby, it forces, despite the fact as far as the knowledge is concerned, in both of them, the knowledge is there. They knows that what's going on right now. The baby is crying. But something which push you towards this action is the attachment, the emotions, the love that is there in the mother for the baby. And she walks and runs towards the baby. She sacrifices everything for the baby. And again, the form of the love that is there in the father and the mother is a different form, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned. But what I am trying to explain to you that love is quite important. Love is the one which pushes you towards sacrifice. Love is not the trade. Love is not something where you are performing the action to get something. No, it is just the sacrifice that you want to perform. And the doctrine of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam is like this, is the doctrine of love, is the doctrine where we are giving in the path of Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, not to gain something, but it's just the sacrifice that we want to see the satisfaction in our beloved, that he is satisfied from us. You see that some of the martyrs of Karbala, when they sacrificed their life in front of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, they were asking only one question from their Imam, from their beloved. Awafayta ya Maulaya? Did I perform my duty properly or no? This is the only thing. He is not asking about anything, any reward from Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. He is asking that, oh Imam, oh my Maula, oh my Aqa, oh my server, oh my master, just tell me, was I able to perform my duty properly or no? This is called love, where everything is sacrificed. It is not about you want in behalf of, you want to ask something because you are performing, you want something in lieu of that. It is not like this. It's just the pure sacrifice that you are doing. And as I mentioned to you, that understand this power of love and ishq and hubb that is mentioned in Quran and Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. Again and again it is mentioned in the riwayat by Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam that you have to correct this hubb and bughz. If your hubb and bughz are proper, if the hubb and bughz are true, then you will see that the true action are coming from you. But unfortunately, if you are not able to align your hubb and bughz in the right direction, it is as going in the deviated from the right path. In that case, you can do a lot of things which you never intended to do. A lot of times when you ask, like for example, when you see a person, he's wearing a specific form of, as far as dressing is concerned, he has a specific t-shirt, for example, he's wearing. The hairstyle is a specific form. If you ask him that, okay, why your hairstyle is like this? He said, I don't know. Like I saw, like for example, this specific actress or this specific actor have specific this hairstyle, that's why I have it. It means that a lot of actions that we are performing is not based on we know that this is right and this is wrong. It is just that because you have a role model, you love somebody, you have an attraction towards somebody, and you start becoming like him. This is what we are doing. And this is the power of love that is here. One of the things, as I mentioned to you, after understanding that this is the power of love, now we have to understand that what are the effects of love. If we have the true love, if we are becoming in love of somebody who is like the perfect human being, of perfect creator of creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what will happen to us? What are the changes that comes to our life? And this part is very important for us, that if we are truly in love with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if we are truly in love with those who are loved of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, beloved of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in that case the effect of this love should be shown in our actions from ourselves. Otherwise, if this is not the case, then this claim of the love is just a claim. In real sense, it is not showing that I am in true love with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the followers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, what are the signs of that? How can I check myself that I am truly in love with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the followers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the beloved of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? In the du'as we are asked by Ahlul Bayt to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us your love. In Munajat Muhibbin, Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam has mentioned that ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that give me your love and the love of those who are your beloved. This is very important for us. Now, first of all, as I mentioned to you, that is important for us to understand that how I can test myself that I am truly in love with Allah and the awliya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the ahibba of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No. One thing that is mentioned in the riwayat and Quranic ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Ma'idah, recite the salawat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned about a group of people. There Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned this thing, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, may yartadda minkum an dinillah. If a group of people turn away from the deen in the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will create a group of people, a nation. فَسَوْفَ يَعْتِ اللَّهُ بِقَوْمٍ يُحِبُّهُمْ وَيُحِبُّونَ. The quality of these people is this thing, that they are the lover of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and they are the beloved of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Love is two-way traffic. It is not one-sided that you say you claim that you love somebody, but on the other hand, this is the other side of the picture, there is nothing coming from the other side. No. If the love is the true love, then it is two-sided. From both sides, the love should be there. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, about these group of people, Allah say, يُحِبُّهُمْ وَيُحِبُّونَ. They love Allah and Allah love them. After that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that أَذِلَّةً عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ أَعِزَّةً عَلَى الْكَافِرِينَ. On one hand, they are humble in front of the mu'mineen. On the other hand, they are firm against the kuffar. After that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned one important quality of that. وَلَا يَخَافُونَ لَوْمَةُ لَائِمٍ. And they do not have any fear of a person who blame them, who say that, okay, you are backward, who say that you are living in the stone age. That's fine. I am in love with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am in love with the awliya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My youngsters, youth, the boys and the girls who are living in this world, this society that we are living in, we have to decide in ourselves that who we are, who we love, who is our beloved. We have to understand that. And once we know that, then whatever action I am performing, the way I am dressing, the way I am talking, the things that I am watching, everything I have to ask myself that I am the lover of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I have to ask myself that whatever I am trying to do, my beloved is happy with it or no. This is the only thing that we have to ask ourselves. We have mentioned that in the ashar, in the poetry, it is mentioned that Abul Fadl Abbas alayhi salatu wassalam was ashik and the lover of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wassalam. Look at each and every action this great personality has performed. Every action that he was performing, the only thing that he was keeping in his mind that my Mawla, my Aqa, my Master is happy with me or no. This action that I am performing. We have to decide ourselves that who we are and what we want to do. Am I trying to satisfy the people around me, or I am here to satisfy my Lord and my Rabb? If He is happy with me, if He is okay with me, then in that case, if all the people of the world are against me, I don't care about them. On the other hand, if all the people in this world are happy with me, they are saying that, okay, this person is a good person, but on the other hand, my Lord, my Creator, the people who I claim that I am the lover of Ahl Bayt alayhi salam, they are not happy with me. in that case, my life is not going in the right direction. I have to change my lifestyle. I have to change my way of life. I have to change my etiquettes. And as I mentioned to you that this part is very important, that if we are the true lover, la yakhafuna lawmata la'im, then in that case we should not have the fear of what the people are saying about me. I have to just look at what my Lord is asking me, and am I able to perform my duty according to the will of my Creator or no. This is the criteria and the barometer through which I can check the claim that I am saying right now, that I love Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. I am in love with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am the muhibb of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am the muhibb of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. I have to ask myself that, is it true? Is it just a claim? I am saying this. What about in reality? What's going on there? My actions that I am performing, the thoughts that are going through my head, the things that I am watching, my way of life, are they inclined with my claims, what I am saying with my words, or they are different? If they are different, in that case, this claim of the love is not the true claim. I have to check myself right now. I have to check that Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam are happy with me. This word of the companions of Imam Hussain, Awafaita ya Maulaya, is quite important for us to understand. And the other effect of love is this thing, that when you are performing just for the sake of the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, in this case your intentions become pure and ikhlas will be there. Because these actions that I am performing, I am not expecting anything from anybody else other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the awliya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am just doing it for the sake of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu and the hubb of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In that case, my action become pure, because I do not expect anything from anyone else. Whatever they are saying towards me or against me, I don't care. I just care about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no expectation from my side. And again, see, this can affect our day-to-day life. Like for example, suppose that my relationship with my parents relationship with the kids, wife and husband relationship. A lot of times when you talk to people, when you see that what's the problem in their life, you see that I have expectation from my wife. If I am doing something, I expect something that she should do for me, and vice versa. If I am working something for my kids, I have an expectation from their side. But on the other hand, definitely there are rights and responsibilities. But if, as far as my action is concerned, I am serving my parents because my Lord have asked me, then in that case, I have no expectation that how they are behaving with me. If I am serving my wife because my Lord has ordered me, in that case, I don't care that, okay, if she is doing good or bad with me. My actions are good towards her. And inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will affect the action of the other person too. But the important thing for us is that we have to correct our love just for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if we are doing it for this purpose, then you will see that what is the effect of that. Now just one small point that I want to mention, and then I finish this part. See, brothers and sisters, this question sometimes arises that, okay, how I can ignite this love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and love of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam in my heart. How is it possible? How I can do that in this world that I'm living in this materialistic world that I'm living in, and so much distraction is going on around me. There are so many attractions that are around me and my children, that they are taking them and myself towards different things. And I completely forget that who is my true beloved here in this world. How I can do that? One small thing that is mentioned by Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam in their du'as and their riwayat is this thing. Try to remind yourself about the blessings and the bounties of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your life. Look at Dua Arafah of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. small things that are mentioned by Imam Hussain, apparently small things that we think that they are very small. Like Imam ﷺ has mentioned about eyebrows. Imam ﷺ has mentioned about eyelids that are there. Very small, which we do not think that they are that important in our life. But Imam ﷺ has mentioned these small things so that he wants to make us understand that if you want to become ignite the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your heart, try to think about what are the blessings and the bounties of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on you. Just think about it. Just ponder upon it, all these small blessings. Once you ponder upon it, then you start thinking that, okay, I have to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I have to perform the gratitude of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And slowly it becomes the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will increase and increase and increase. And as I mentioned to you, this is important for us. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran again and again mention His blessings and say, فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. These are the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This love of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam is not a small blessing. It's a great blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we have to think about. And once we start thinking about the blessings of Allah, then it is the time that this love will increase, and then all the actions that comes out from our body. Because now this love forces us to do the duties based on what we are, the blessings, the bounties that are coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, despite the fact that a lot of these blessings we never ask. Man lam yas'al. In the Dua Rajabiyya we have recited that, oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are the one who bless the blessings that we never ask for. I never ask for so many things that are there in my life. A lot of times we have complaints, we have saying that, okay, what are deficiencies are there in my life? But if we think about the bounties and the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there are so many. And as I mentioned to you that one of the most important blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on us is the love of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. The love of those who are the perfect human being. The love of those who are the manifestation of the beauty and the virtues and the perfection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this world. They are in the form of creation, but all the virtues of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are manifested in this capacity of a creation in the form of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. Recite as well. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil faraj. May we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that on these days and nights of the month of Rajab, and as I mentioned to you that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you the tawfiq, try to recite these du'as of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. These du'as are not simple and du'as that we should paying attention towards it. Sometimes because it is given to us, we are like children who in the inheritance who take a big blessing from their parents, but they do not understand the value of this blessing that are there in front of them. These du'as of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam are truly jewel that we have to understand their value and try to just recite as far as our understanding, our capacity is concerned, to understand that how Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam are talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. See that when in Munajat Sha'baniya, Imam alayhi salatu wasalam and Aimma alayhi salatu wasalam has mentioned that, oh Allah, if you have put me in the hellfire, I will tell the people in the hellfire that inni uhibbuk. You are my beloved. I love you in this world. How is it possible that you send somebody who was your lover to the hellfire? It's not possible. This is the way that Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam has taught us to talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as I mentioned to you that these are the blessings that are there. And in this month, we ask Allah to give us a tawfiq to get closer to Allah and Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam in this month of Sha'ban. And with this blessed nights of 3rd, 4th and 5th Sha'ban, which belongs to Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, Hazrat Abul Fadl Abbas alayhi salatu wasalam, and Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam, give us the tawfiq so that inshallah we follow the footstep of these great personality, inshallah ta'ala. Recite aloud salawat. At the end, just for 5 minutes, inshallah, I will recite something in Urdu for the brothers from the Urdu community. Recite aloud salawat. Allahumma salli ala. شاید آقا اور مولا امام حسین علیہ الصلوۃ والسلام کا ذکر، ان کا نام، ان کی یاد، وہ توانائی انسان کو عطا کرتی ہے کہ انسان بہت ساری برائیوں سے اپنے آپ کو بچا سکتا ہے، اگر یہ حب واقعی ہو، اگر یہ عشق واقعی ہو۔ شہید محسن نقوی ایک بہت خوبصورت کلام کہتے ہیں، میں اس کے چند جملے آپ کے سامنے پیش کرتا ہوں۔ شہید کہتے ہیں، کہیں قبیلہ ہو اولیاء کا، کہیں پہ بیلول کی دکان ہو، پچھا ہے مسند بشارتوں کی، دلوں پہ ادراک مہرباں ہو، میں اپنی سوچوں کو آب کوثر میں غسل دے دوں تو امتحان ہو، پڑھوں میں تسبیح فاطمہ جب تو کعبہ فکر میں اذاں ہو، اگر یہ سب کچھ ملے تو مدح شہ کونین مشرقین لکھوں، اگر یہ سب کچھ ملے تو مدح شہنشاہ مشرقین لکھوں، حیا کی تختی پہ اپنی پلکوں سے پھر میں لفظ حسین لکھوں، حیا کی تختی پہ اپنی پلکوں سے پھر میں لفظ حسین لکھوں۔ یہ نام اتنا پاکیزہ نام ہے کہ اگر مجھے یہ توانائی حاصل ہو تب مجھے یہ توفیق نصیب ہوتی ہے کہ میں آقا اور مولا امام حسین علیہ الصلوۃ والسلام کا نام اپنی زبان پر جاری کروں۔ یہ نام، یہ مکتب، یہ مرام، یہ معمولی مکتب اور یہ معمولی مرام نہیں ہے، یہ ذکر ایک عظیم ذکر ہے۔ یہ وہ ہستیاں ہیں کہ جسے ہم مختلف الملائکہ کے نام سے جانتے ہیں، جن کے دربان بننے کو ملائکہ فخر کرتے ہیں، کہ جن کے بارے میں قرآن یہ قصیدہ پڑھتا ہوا نظر آتا ہے کہ ملائکہ عبادت خدا کے علاوہ کوئی کام انجام نہیں دیتے، وہ ان ہستیوں کا دربان بننے کو اپنا فخر محسوس کرتے ہیں۔ یہ مختلف الملائکہ ہستیاں ہیں کہ جسے حسین اور اولاد حسین کہا جاتا ہے، جسے ابوالفضل عباس کہا جاتا ہے۔ شہید قاضی طباطبائی جو علامہ آیت اللہ بہجت کے استاد تھے، وہ ایک جملہ کہتے ہیں کہ اس کائنات کے اندر جتنی بھی رحمت پروردگار نازل ہوتی ہے اس کا مرکز و محور امام حسین علیہ الصلوۃ والسلام کی ذات گرامی ہے، اور اس رحمت واسعہ کا جو دروازہ ہے اس کا نام ابوالفضل عباس علیہ الصلوۃ والسلام۔ اور واقعتاً ایسا ہے، مجھے اور آپ کو اس کائنات کے اندر جو بھی نعمت عطا ہونی ہے وہ باب الحوائج ابوالفضل عباس علیہ الصلوۃ والسلام کے در سے حاصل ہونی ہے۔ لہٰذا میں نے آپ سے کہا، جو میں نے ٹاپک سلیکٹ کیا تھا، جو عشق کا ٹاپک ہے، اس کا سردار ابوالفضل عباس کا نام ہے۔ عشق کی حقیقت، عشق کا آسمان، عشق کا ناخدا ابوالفضل عباس ہے۔ اگر واقعی معنوں میں اور آپ خدا کی اطاعت کے اندر زندگی بسر کرنا چاہتے ہیں تو جس ہستی کے در سے مجھے یہ چیز نصیب ہو سکتی ہے وہ آقا اور مولا ابوالفضل عباس علیہ الصلوۃ والسلام۔ بعض روایتوں کے اندر یہ جملہ ملتا ہے، رسول خدا کی ایک زوجہ بی بی عائشہ ایک بار گھر میں داخل ہوتی ہیں، دیکھا آقا اور مولا امام حسین علیہ الصلوۃ والسلام رسول کی گود میں کھیل رہے ہیں۔ رسول نے جب دیکھا کہ زوجہ داخل ہوئی ہے، امام حسین علیہ الصلوۃ والسلام کے چہرے کی طرف دیکھ کر کہا کہ جو کوئی اس کی زیارت کرے گا خداوند عالم اسے ایک حج اور ایک عمرہ جو میں نے ادا کیا اس کا ثواب دے گا۔ زوجہ نے حیرت سے کہا، آپ کے حج اور عمرے کا؟ رسول نے کہا 2 حج حجتین کا ثواب ملے گا۔ کہا 2 حج کا ثواب؟ کہا 3 حج کا ثواب دے گا خدا۔ راوی کہتا ہے کہ یہاں سے حیرت کا اظہار ہوتا جا رہا تھا، وہاں رحمت للعالمین کی طرف سے اضافہ ہوتا جا رہا تھا، یہاں تک کہ عدد جو راوی نے ذکر کیا وہ 99 کا ہے۔ 99 تو پہنچنے کے بعد زوجہ کی حیرت ختم ہو گئی، ورنہ وہاں پر رحمت للعالمین کی مقدار میں اضافہ ہوتا جا رہا تھا۔ ایک عالم دین کے بارے میں یہ ہے کہ ان کے ذہن میں سوال آیا کہ یہ کیسے ممکن ہے کہ ایک زیارت کا ثواب اس قدر عظیم ہو۔ خواب میں دیکھا کہ ایک بادشاہ بھوک و پیاس کی حالت میں موت سے نزدیک ہے، ایک جنگل کے اندر موجود ہے، ایک بڑھیا کے گھر میں داخل ہوتا ہے اور اسے کہتا ہے کہ اگر کچھ پینے کے لیے پانی مل جائے اور کھانے کے لیے کھانا مل جائے تو میری زندگی بچ سکتی ہے۔ اس بڑھیا کے پاس ایک بکری موجود تھی، اس نے اس کو قربان کیا، خود اس کی راکھ اس کے اندر قربان کیا اور اس کا گوشت اس بادشاہ کی خدمت میں پیش کر دیا۔ خواب کے اندر اس عالم دین سے سوال کیا جاتا ہے کہ اگر یہ بڑھیا پلٹ کے واپس جائے اس بادشاہ کی خدمت کے اندر اور اس سے یہ سوال کرے کہ جب تو مشکل میں تھا تو میں نے تیری مشکل کو حل کیا تھا، آج تو مجھے اس کے بدلے میں کیا عطا کرے گا؟ تو یہ عالم دین یہ کہتے ہیں کہ میں نے سوچا کہ اگر یہ اپنی آدھی بادشاہی بھی دے دے تو کم ہے، کیونکہ اس بڑھیا کے پاس جو کچھ تھا اس نے اس بادشاہ کی راہ میں قربان کر دیا، لہٰذا آج اگر یہ بادشاہ اپنی پوری بادشاہی اس کے حوالے کر دے تب ہے کہ اس سے نجات مل سکتی ہے، تب ہے کہ اس نے کچھ حق ادا کیا، وہ بھی مساوی حق ادا کیا۔ اس سے سوال کیا گیا کہ آقا اور مولا حسین علیہ السلام نے جو کچھ تھا وہ خدا کی بارگاہ کے اندر جو ہے وہ قربان کر دیا، جو کچھ تھا وہ خدا کی راہ میں قربان کر دیا۔ اب یہ سوچنا مت کہ خدا اس کے محب کے ساتھ کیا کرتا ہے، کیونکہ جس نے خدا کی راہ میں سب کچھ دے دیا، اب خدا نے بھی اپنی بادشاہی اس کے اختیار میں دے دی ہے، وہ سید جنت کے جوانوں کا سردار بنا دیا گیا ہے کہ جیسا وہ چاہے گا اس کام کو انجام دیا جائے گا۔ لہٰذا میں نے کہا کہ یہ وادی عشق کی وادی ہے، اور عشق کی وادی کی ایک خوبی یہ ہوتی ہے کہ آپ کی نگاہ چیزوں کے بارے میں عوض کر دیتی ہے۔ آپ چیزوں کو جو ظاہر میں لوگوں کو بری لگتی ہے، مصیبت لگتی ہے، مشکل لگتی ہے، جب آپ محب کی نگاہ سے دیکھنا شروع کرتے ہیں تو آپ کے جملے سے بی بی زینب سلام اللہ کا وہ مشہور جملہ ما رأیت الا جمیلا، میں نے کربلا میں حسن اور خوبصورتی کے سوا کچھ نہیں دیکھا۔ یہ مکتب حسین کی عاشقہ ہے کہ جسے خدا کے حسن کے علاوہ اس کائنات کے اندر کچھ بھی نظر نہیں آتا۔ اور میں نے کہا کہ یہ جو مکتب ہے کربلا کا وہ عشق کا مکتب ہے، یہ جو مکتب ہے کربلا کا وہ حب کا مکتب ہے، اور اس راہ کے اندر مجھے اور آپ کو یہ سیکھنا ہے کہ کیسے عاشق بنا جاتا ہے، کیسے محبت کی جاتی ہے۔ We have to learn that what is the true عشق, what is the true love, what is the true حب. And when we perform the true حب, and when we ignite this love of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu and the awliya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the ahibba of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in our heart, then it will be easier for us to follow the footstep of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam and get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And these days and nights are the days and nights when it is easier for us to prepare ourselves for the ziyafah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is the holy month of Ramadan. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with the shafa'ah of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, with the shafa'ah of Imam Abul Fadl Abbas alayhi salatu wasalam, and with the shafa'ah of Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salatu wasalam, give us the tawfiq so that we can prepare ourselves for the ziyafatullah, the holy month of Ramadan, and inshallah get maximum from it and ignite this love of Allah and the love of Ahlul Bayt in our heart and in our progeny, so that inshallah till the end of this life we continue to follow the footpath of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam and become the true lover of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam, inshallah ta'ala. Recite 3 times loud salawat. Allah.